Hello, boys and girls. I'm glad you came to school today. Let's stand up and sing, Hello, friend. Hello, friend. How are you? I'm very happy to see you. Greet your neighbor, boogie on down. Give a jump and turn around. Hello, friend. How are you? I'm very happy to see you. Greet your neighbor, boogie on down. Give a jump and turn around. Hello, friend, how are you? I'm very happy to see you. Greet your neighbor, boogie on down. Give a jump and turn around. All right, boys and girls, this week we have a new letter, and the letter is Y. I have uppercase Y and lowercase y, and a new alpha friend, and her name is Yetta Yo-Yo. So Yetta Yo-Yo begins with the letter Y, and it makes the Y sound. Yetta Yo-Yo. Yeah. So let's say it together. The letter is Y and the sound is Y. Good job, boys and girls. Let's go ahead and do our sight words. First sight word is I. We're just going to do it one time each one. Ready? Here we go. I. Straight and tall with a hat and shoes. I can. C-A-N, can. The. T-H-E, the. We. W-E, we. C. S-E-E, see. A. Oh, sorry. Like. L-I-K-E, like. To. T-O, to. And. A-N-D, and. My, M-Y, my. Go, G-O, go. Is, I-S, is. Good job, boys and girls. Keep practicing those at home because they're very important for you to know when you start kindergarten. All right, let's check our weather. As you can see from my window, the sun is nice and shiny. So today, our weather is sunny. So we look at our weather graph, we find the column that says sunny, and we're going to add another tally mark. So there it is. And we know when we see a group of tally marks that has a tally mark slanted in the middle of it, that means that there's 5. So we know there's 5 here. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's count the next group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 plus 5 we know is 10. That was the number we had last time we checked. But 10 plus 1 more. What is that? 10 plus 1 more. Let's count all the tally marks together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 11 tally marks, so that means we've had 11 days of sunny weather. A 1 and a 1, 11. Now, boys and girls, sometimes you don't need to count all the tally marks. I know this is a group of 5. I know this is a group of 5. 5 plus 5 is 10. And if I add 1 more, it gives me 11. So we've had 11 sunny days. Now let's go ahead and do our beginning sounds. Today our letter is I. And the letter I makes the it sound. So let's look at these pictures. And you're going to tell me, does it begin with I and make the it sound? So let's see. Our first picture is a hat. Does that make the it sound? No, that's an H. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Ooh, jam or jelly, either one. Jam, jelly. Does that make the it sound? No, that's a J. Look at this one, igloo. Does that begin with the I and make the it sound? Igloo? Yes. So we're gonna go ahead and put it in our pocket chart. Oh, here's another one. Jar, jar. Does that begin with the letter I and make the it sound? No, that's a J. How about this one? We saw this one last week. It's a house. Begins with the letter H and makes a sound. Not I. Doesn't make the it sound. Look at this. This is called an inchworm. Inchworm. Inchworm begins with the letter I and makes the it sound. So let's go ahead and put it in our pocket chart. What is this, boys and girls? It's a horse. Horse. Does that begin with the I and make the is sound? No, it's H. Oh, look at this one. Juice. Juice. Does it begin with I and make the it sound? No, that's a J, makes a j sound. Oh, how about iguana? Iguana. Makes the I, starts with I and makes the iguana sound. It sound. So let's say them together. Igloo, inchworm, iguana. Good job, boys and girls. You are getting so good at figuring out the beginning sounds and which ones match and which ones don't. So this week, I hope you have had a chance to watch the 2 different stories. I sent you the links to watch Jack and the Beanstalk. It's the same story, same title, Jack and the Beanstalk, but they're different. They're not exactly the same. So I hope you've had a chance to watch those. And if you haven't, go ahead and watch them. We still have time before I start asking you questions. Right now, we're going to talk about the life cycle of a bean, because Jack sold his cow for beans. So we're going to see how a bean grows. What happened to his bean? So first, this is a life cycle just like we've done with the other ones, the caterpillar and the plant and the apple. So we're going to go ahead and do this one. So first it starts with this bean. And if you know the story of Jack and the Beanstalk, his mom was not happy that he traded or sold his cow for beans. So she was very upset and threw them out the window. So I'm going to write bean right here. So the bean fell into the ground and it started to grow. And when it started to grow underneath the dirt, and it got water and nutrients from the soil, it started to sprout. So there's the sprout. Then, let me write the word sprout. Sprout. So once the bean is planted in the soil and it gets sun and water, the first thing that comes out of the bean is the sprout. Just like our seed, same thing happens. Then, the bean starts to form roots underneath the soil, underneath the dirt. And remember, the roots hold the bean in place. The plant, when it starts to sprout, it gets water and the nutrients, the vitamins from the roots, and takes it up to the top, to the plant, to the stem, to the leaves. So these are called roots. So from the sprout, After it sprouts, then we start to get roots. After the roots start to grow, now we could see what's happening on the top. The roots are still down, they're still getting water and nutrients from the soil. But now we have a stem and we have leaves. So now the stem and the leaves have begun to grow. And the stem helps the water go up into the roots, into the leaves, and helps it continue to grow. And the stem and the leaves grow up towards the sun. It's getting its water and nutrients from the roots, comes up into the stem and into the leaves. Then it gets more nutrients and sunlight from the sun, and that's why it grows up. So this is called this is the bean plant. Now the plant has grown. Let's put it on this side. Plant. Now the plant continues to grow. So still underneath the soil, there are still the roots holding the plant in place, getting water and nutrients from the soil. And the stems are growing, the leaves are growing. It's getting bigger and bigger, growing towards the sun, because it needs sunlight to grow, just like it needs the water and the nutrients to grow. It's still getting lots of sunlight, lots of water, lots of nutrients. And what happens next, after the bean plant, it gets bigger. So this is a bigger plant. Or an adult plant. So this is when it first starts growing, but then turns into an adult plant or a big plant. And then after that, this is what happens. Okay? Remember, there's still roots down there. Roots are very important because it brings the nutrients and the water to the stem. The stem carries it up into the leaves, and then the leaves carry the energy from the sun back into the plants, and that's how they keep growing. If these plants get water and nutrients and sun like they're supposed to, these plants will grow forever. So there's the adult plant, and on this adult plant something happens. Now I saw a picture of them, and usually the flowers are white, but I'm gonna make them yellow just so you can see them. So here's my plants, my bean plant. My bean plant now has beautiful flowers on it. And guess what happens? I'm gonna put flowering bean plant. Flowering bean plant. Now the beans grow from these plants. That's where we get beans. They grow on plants. But guess what happens? What do the flowers do? Inside the flower are the beans or the seeds. And they also, when the wind blows, just in our story, the tiny seed, the wind blows, it blows the beans or the seeds down back into the ground, and guess what happens? It starts all over again. The beans or the seeds fall into the ground, So there's our bean. It goes down into the ground, and once it's been planted and gets everything it needs, it grows a sprout, then it grows roots, then the roots, after the roots, the plant begins to grow, and it's a little baby plant, isn't very big, doesn't have many leaves. After a while, if it continues to get sun and water and nutrients, then it grows up to be a big plant or an adult plant. After the big plant is grown, then at a certain point in the spring, it starts flowering. And the flowers is what gives us the beans and the seeds, or the more beans to plant. And if a person doesn't take them and plant them, sometimes the wind will blow them. And just like in our tiny seed story, the wind will blow them, and then the beans get planted in the soil again. And the life cycle of the bean plant starts all over. Pretty interesting how the life cycle, all the life cycles of everything we've learned goes in a circle. The seeds went in a circle. The butterfly went in a circle. The apples went in a circle. And now the bean plant goes in a circle. That's a lot of life cycles we learned. This is science, boys and girls. You're learning science. Did you know science was so easy to learn? It is, and it's lots of fun. Because I've seen your pictures you sent me of your bean plants growing, your lima beans growing. Everything's growing so nicely. All right, let's move on. Now, before we end our day with our songs, I want to tell you something very important. Look, what number do I have written on my whiteboard? It's a 1 and a 7. This is a team number, and its name is 17. But there's something special about this 17. It can be happy or we can be sad, but we only have 17 days left of school. And then you'll be done with preschool, and when we are able to come back to school, you're going to be in kindergarten. So we only have 17 days left of preschool. So I just wanted you to know that, and I want you to know because we're going to start subtracting the days. So our number is going to get smaller because we're taking them away each time we come to school. So tomorrow we'll take 1 day away from 17. So we'll see how many days are left tomorrow. And we're also going to start using our number line because our number line is going to help us subtract a number every day. So we'll start doing that tomorrow, but today I wanted to let you know we only have 17 days left of preschool. So let's go ahead and sing our ABCs. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? All right, boys and girls, here we go. Number rock. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 11, 12, 13, 14, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 18, 19, 20. Let's go. Singing the number rock. I said, let's go. Singing the number rock. All right. Letter sounds. Very important, boys and girls. And Mom and Dad, if you attend the kindergarten readiness meeting with us this week, you're going to find out why letter sounds are so important. So please help your child learn their letter sounds. Here we go together. Who let the A out? Ah, 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 ah. Who let the B out? B, 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 B. Who let the C out? K, 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 K. Who let the D out? D, 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 D. Who let the E out? E, 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 E. Who let the F out? Who let the G out? G, 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 G. Who let the H out? Who let the I out? I, 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 I. Who let the J out? J, 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 J. Who let the K out? K, 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 K. Who let the L out? Ooh, 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 ooh. Who let the M out? Who let the N out? Who let the O out? Who let the P out? P, 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 P. Who let the Q out? Qu, 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 qu. Who let the R out? Who let the S out? S, 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 s. Who let the T out? T, 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 t. Who let the U out? Who let the V out? V, 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 v. Who let the W out? W, 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 w. Who let the X out? X, 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 x. Who let the Y out? Y, 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 y. Letter of the week. Who let the Z out? Z, 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 z. Good job, boys and girls. Keep practicing, please. Very important. All right, now it's time to say goodbye. And I'm going to get my wishing well board, and I'm going to wish all my friends well. Roy, Jessica, Cesar, Layla, Sophia, Anubis, Kevin, Valerie, Summer, Juan, Angel, James, Helen, Nicholas, Anze, and Annabelle. I wish you all well. I hope you're having a great time at home with your family, doing fun things. Oh, I know Annabelle's having a good time. She sent me a picture yesterday, and she was making pizza, and it looks so good. So go ahead and make good things with your family, pizzas, cookies, whatever you like. And thank you for sharing, Annabelle. So let's go ahead and sing our song. We wish you well. We wish you well. All through the day today, we wish you well. Goodbye, boys and girls. We'll see you tomorrow.